What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Will back with another video. Now today we're gonna be breaking down and going into Browns wide receiver prospect Cedric Tillman. Now, Mr. Tillman was our first pick off the board in the third round. He had a second round grade on him. Just going into Cedric, so he was a junior over there. I forgot the college already. Tennessee. He was playing at Tennessee. You know, Jimmy Haslam loves his Tennessee guys. Make sure y'all hit that sub and like button. But Tillman's from Tennessee, big guy. It's kind of like been a motto with this draft. I'm starting to realize we got a lot of big cats besides Cam Mitchell, who's kind of big for a linebacker. Well, not a linebacker, excuse me. He's kind of big for a slot corner. But we got a lot of big guys. 6'8", DeJuan Jones, 6'4", Isaiah McGuire, 6'3", 335, Ikea, and Mr. Tillman, 6'3", 210. He ran a 4.5 at 6'3". Really impressive. I would say that Tillman's comp is Mike Williams. Now, me personally, I'm not a big fan of Mike Williams just because he done cost me a lot of fantasy points, you know. But that's personal. I do like Tillman a lot, though. We haven't had a big body guy. We got a whole bunch of like 6 foot and under wide receivers. Donovan Peoples-Jones is actually pretty big, and I kind of forgot how big he was because he don't really like play huge. But Peoples-Jones got a lot of different smaller issues, like how he gets off his breaks and how he, you know, it's a lot of things. But he's coming up to a contract year. So if Donovan comes out and he's like, you know, the best wide receiver prospect in free agency, he's probably going to get like 15, 18 mil. So probably the reasoning for this pick. Now, we might not have Amari Cooper after 2 years either or. But nonetheless, I do like this pick. Now, getting into Mr. Tillman, he only had 5 career drops. Love to see stuff like that. We had a little bit of a drop problem last year, so I'm excited for him coming in. They got him listed as a great blocker, which is great for our run game. Get him out there with Njoku, have Mr. Big Body DeJuan Jones come down and play with Chubb running behind him. That'd be great. But yeah, he's a great blocker. He's a wide receiver X. They said him and Jonathan Mingo was the 2 best wide receiver X's in this draft. Had a lot of different slot guys and stuff like that, like Dobbs and Mr. Hyatt. Now, with Cedric Tillman, he broke out in the 2021 season. He averaged 90 yards a game that year. And then on top of that, his skills translate well to the NFL. He's very, very aggressive amount to point. He's 4.5. People are going to say, oh, that's not fast. 4.5 is faster than Jarvis Landry, faster than DeAndre Hopkins. It's very fast for a wide receiver, even though he's not 4.4 split. So he broke out in 2021, averaged 90 yards a game. A lot of his big games became against some of the bigger opponents and, you know, like SEC talent, like, you know, Alabama and teams of that nature. And then he came back 2022, started having a good year, and then he hurt his ankle. And then he hurt his ankle, and then that's when Marvin Harrison was going off. Nick Jigba was hot, and then Jalen Hyatt on his own team came off and started having a good season as soon as Tillman went down. So that's part of the reason to Hyatt's success. Now, Jalen Hyatt, people consider him like a one-trick pony almost, whereas he's just really a speed guy. But the Giants jumped up and grabbed Hyatt before we grabbed Tillman. Now, I kind of still feel like the Browns would have took Tillman over Hyatt just because we kind of went and got a speed guy and Elijah Moore. So when you sit back and think about it, we went a lot into offense early. We really going out our way to give Deshaun Watson the pieces he wants, which is a good thing to see. I mean, we got Elijah Moore in the second round, and then we came back and got Cedric Tillman. We got Atkins in free agency. So we got a lot of options. We got Njoku. So if you sit back and look at our weapons now and how they look at going into the end of last season, we got Coop, DPJ, Elijah Moore, David Njoku, Atkins coming off a career year. Then we have Cedric Tillman, David Bell, and then we got Goodwin. So we got speedsters, we got guys that's going to take the top off the defense. We got everything that he really needs. And then we still have Nicholas Jamal Chubb. So I think we're gonna be good as far as that. As far as our offense, it really comes down to Deshaun. And we went out and got him an X. You know what I'm saying? We went out and got him an X. We got him Elijah Moore without spending any money. So I really like that. You know, I really like what we did there. We didn't go out and get like a DeAndre Hopkins or anything like that. You don't know, I vouch for that to happen. So hopefully we can spend that money we saved on not getting us like a good luxury receiver, and we could go and get some pieces on that defensive line. Now, how Cedric Tillman will help out. So I think he has a good chance to become wide receiver 3. Depending on how good he is. Now, he is a third-round wide receiver. Third-round wide receivers, it's been a lot of good third-round wide receivers. So you got Coop, you got Moore, and then him and DPJ. So it's going to be real interesting to see who gets a lot of touches. Now, last year, if you guys remember, Donovan Peoples-Jones did have a good relationship with Deshaun Watson. So, and then him and Amari Cooper relationship was kind of like, like they trying to learn it, you know what I'm saying, get on time. But they've been spending a lot of time with each other this offseason. Every Cavs game or every event, I'm seeing Deshaun and his girlfriend right there with Amari and his girlfriend. So I feel like they're going to be great on and on time in this time around. And then Deshaun talked about it a little bit in an interview, saying like, you got to get to know wide receivers. That's the best way to understand them. So I think Coop's alpha 1. He had a good relationship with Donovan Peoples-Jones. So I feel like Donovan Peoples-Jones is still going to be 2. And then Elijah Moore, I think, is going to be 3. So who comes out as that 4th wide receiver? That's a big question. But you got to remember, you still got Njoku, you still got Atkins. So that's probably our top 5 right there. So, Njoku, Atkins, Coop, DPJ, Moore. That's our 5 weapons right there. And that's not including Nick Chubb, who, he's not going to catch passes out the backfield. But where Tillman would come in at, he would probably have to, knock on wood, DPJ or Coop, something happens to them, and he has to step up for a big game. He could probably do that as well. But he's going to be pretty down on the depth chart. He's going to be like our 4th or 5th wide receiver for sure. Because, we got Coop. Yeah, he's going to be wide receiver 4 for sure. And now who will be wide receiver 5? Would it be Bell or would it be Godwin? And then, we still got Anthony Schwartz. So Anthony Schwartz is probably gone. He's probably not an NFL player anymore, which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate for Mr. Schwartz. But, I think Tillman's going to be our wide receiver 4 or 5. A lot of people is really forgetting about how good David Bell is. Now, it didn't translate last year in his rookie season for a lot of different reasons. But he was on the field a lot. I didn't really see him drop that many balls. So I do feel like David Bell is probably still going to be wide receiver 4. And then Tillman to be there in 5. And then Godwin will be 6, situational. Out of nowhere, Godwin just took the top off the defense or something. Now, Godwin can get cut if Jakeem Grant comes out of nowhere and puts on the shank. That's somebody that can replace Godwin's spot, because as you guys remember, Grant was a Pro Bowler in special teams. So we could take DPJ and Coop and Elijah Moore and Jerome Ford. We could take them off special teams, and we could have Jakeem Grant come on and be a special teamer. Because remember, he blew his leg out. He blew his ACL out. So if Jakeem Grant is back to being full force and full healthy, I don't see why we would keep Godwin. Now, I don't know. It's going to be a crazy camp battle. I talked about this a little bit on my other video, and I was talking about how the corner battle is going to work out. But, that battle for the last 2 roster spots, because we got Tillman. He's not getting cut. Coop's not getting cut. Elijah Moore's not getting cut. DPJ's not getting cut. We're not about to keep 7 wide receivers, I don't think. So that leaves 2 spots. David Bell, I don't think he's getting cut. And is Godwin going to take the last spot? Anthony Schwartz, Grant. So we shall see. I hope I'm not missing nobody. I don't think I am, but we shall see. You guys comment down below if you think we keep 6 or 7 wide receivers and who you think gets cut. I think a lot of people are going to say Anthony Schwartz probably going to get cut, but who you think is going to get cut? Do you guys think Jakeem Grant's going to make the roster or Marquise Godwin? Comment down below. It's your boy Will. Make sure y'all hit that sub button, man. Videos every other day. And I'm out. Peace.